when you, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, ladies
Hey, Billy,
first.
can you speak up a little bit closer?
Sure.
So we know that
We good?
Yep.
Good.
there's kind of, right, I mean, in a 12-game regular season, it's not just a straight line. There's ups and downs and emotional things, whatever I would assume. When you guys give so much that you gave in the Penn State game, how can you give that much at Iowa this week?
Well, I mean, obviously after a huge emotional game, and I'd like to actually say that this was probably one of the first games in a long stretch of games that we actually play on offensive line. Speaking on our behalf, we played 4 quarters and we had to give everything. Everything that we do in our training in the off season was put out for that game itself. So to come back in a second week and make sure that there's no drop off of attention, and that really comes down to practice, making sure that things go well. There's a lot of attention to detail and not kind of going through the motions. So there's a lot of attention, a lot of making sure that you're finishing plays, making sure that your technique's right, your hand placement's right, your footwork's right, and making sure that guys are taking care of their bodies. Because again, after playing 90 plays as the offensive line, it takes a lot out of you. So just to make sure that your body's recovering, doing everything you need to make sure you're getting the nutrients, especially as it's starting to get colder, guys are getting sick, your girlfriends or whatever, whoever's around you starting to get sick, just making sure you take care of your body. And so that's probably the biggest thing for right now for us.
It seemed like maybe there were guys, I don't know, I saw photos, multiple guys like with tears in their eyes, like on the sideline or after the game. Were guys like emotionally wrung out? When you go that hard physically and then you pull out a win like that, does it?
Yeah, I think that
goes
to show. I mean, the brotherhood that we have in this locker room right now. The camaraderie, the love for one another itself, and to make sure you go out there and you put everything out there. A guy like Isaiah Prince and his iconic picture of DeMarco right now, a guy who didn't play well against last year against Penn State, to come and to see the progress that he's made up until this point, and the progress that he's going to continue to make the rest of the season, it's huge. And so he was taken over by emotion, and there's a lot of positive things with that, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you see brothers together, celebrating that, putting that emotion out there that you don't really see it oftentimes. So I mean, there's a lot for us, a lot of emotional stuff. But again, we enjoy the win. Got back in on Tuesday, went back to work, and the next mission is to beat Iowa.
Billy, you gave some of the impassioned speeches to us and others about sticking with JT and how the locker room was behind him. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do the same thing and speak up for him as a Heisman candidate? Is that something that's interesting to you?
So the best statement I could say, as the team goes, you go. So making sure that any national award, any type of, in particular the Remington or an Outland or, Big Ten Offensive Lineman of the Year or Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year or Big Ten Running Back, whatever the case is, you see those types of success happen as the team has that same success. So again, the guys going in last year, JT was Silver Football winner, or a guy like Pat Offline, who was the Offensive Lineman of the Year of Big Ten, those awards go with the success of the team. So on the Heisman candidate, just keep putting his production out there, because the numbers don't lie.
Billy, have you seen this new